Welcome, everyone. My name is Brian Lange, and you're watching Wasted Journeys. All right, let's get ourselves started. Today, I want to talk about the pre-surgery class that I went to. It was held in Ottawa, Ontario, at a place called the Grimes Lodge. It's a weight loss management clinic, and at the pre-class, they talked about everything I needed to do to prepare for weight loss surgery and what to expect after weight loss surgery. So how did everything go? Well, here it is.
Alright, I'm going into the Grimes Lodge, which is in Ottawa, and we're going to have my pre-surgery class. And, man, it's snowing out there, but here we go. It's a little bit cold, too. I don't know why I'm nervous, but a little bit excited to get this done. And then on the 5th, I'm going to meet the surgeon, and I'll get my surgery date then. Oh, it's cold. It's not good when you're sick. So I'm going to check to see if they'll allow me to record the session. A little bit cold today. There's a few people ahead. So I guess they wouldn't let me record the session. A lot of the information, I guess, is copyrighted. But we did get a booklet that's about 55 pages or so. And it has basically all the same information. Plus, I took lots of extensive notes. And I will share definitely all that information with you. I can't use specific notes from those books just because, again, it's all copyrighted. But I could definitely apply it to what I'm going through and put it down that way. So it's kind of a loophole. I don't want to do anything that's illegal that could get me into any kind of trouble. So I hope you understand that.
Okay, so there you have it. I can't record anything. Basically, that's what happened. They said it's copyrighted material. I even looked on the booklet that they gave me, and it is copyrighted. So I can't scan anything and put it on Facebook, but I can talk about it and how it relates to my journey. So you'll still be able to benefit from anything I present to you today. So let's get started with our first thing I want to talk about. So the first thing the pre-surgery class talked about was what are you going to need before surgery. There are a number of things that you're going to have to purchase before surgery, and the first thing is the OptiFast meal replacement. Now, what is that? The OptiFast meal replacement is exactly what it is, a meal replacement. You're not going to be eating solid food. The doctor who is going to be your surgeon, he prescribes it. Now, the reason is because he wants your liver to be reduced by about 23%. And also you're going to lose about 30 pounds before the surgery. This is so that he can go in with his tools during the surgery and he's not going to nick your liver because of that reduced size. Also, he wants you to already be on your way to losing weight. So that's going to help in the long run. The second thing is protein supplements. So the protein supplements are going to be for 3 weeks after the surgery. Okay, so your body is not going to be able to absorb any kind of food because you're going to be in a recovery state. Your pouch after he does the surgery is only about the size of just a small golf ball, and you're not going to be able to get food into there. You will be swollen, and if you even attempt to try and put food in there, it's going to hurt, and you will have more complications. So right away, you're just going to be starting off with water and those shakes, and that's it. You're not going to be eating food for a little while after that. The third thing that you're required to purchase is the multivitamins and your mineral supplements. That is the part that you're going to be on the rest of your life. So with those minerals and supplements, I'll later on tell you about the cost. Also, you will have to purchase calcium and vitamin D, as well as vitamin B12. The health team that you have will also provide you or recommend you the different vitamins and minerals that they also think that you should have in your diet. You're going to want to buy a blender or a food processor. After the 3 weeks, you're going to start moving into pureed foods. Now, that's to help you kind of slowly get to the point where you're going to end up into solid foods later on. Also, you're going to want to buy small bowls, cups, and utensils, plates, that kind of thing. That is so that when you're looking at your food, you're not going to see a big plate with just a little bit of food on it. No, you're going to see your plate. It's going to look small, but you're going to see your food on it, and it's just going to kind of trick your mind into thinking, oh, well, okay, there's not much of a difference here. Next, also, you're going to want to buy measuring spoons and cups. This is to help you measure out everything that you're going to be eating. That's very important. You don't want to overeat and get yourself sick, and also stretch that pouch and start gaining weight. Measuring your food is very, very important. A very important notice is with your vitamins and minerals. If you miss taking your minerals or your vitamins, you're going to run into a lot of problems. You're going to become malnourished, and you don't want that. Your body cannot absorb what it was able to absorb before the surgery. So make sure you take your calcium, your iron, your proteins. You have to take all these for the rest of your life. Very important. So the next thing I want to talk about is, how much is all this going to cost? I mean, is it going to cost me an arm and a leg? Am I going to have to give my firstborn? Well, I mean, some of it may be very expensive, but you have to remember, this is to help you get healthy again, and that is our main goal. I mean, if you can't be healthy, what's the point anyways? That's the way I've been looking at it, and I'm ready to make my changes in life. And if it costs me a little bit extra, that's fine. But what are the actual numbers? Well, the OptiFast is about $300. You're probably thinking, if you're like me, when the first time you heard that is $300 for 3 weeks, that's crazy. Well, I sat down and thought about it, and it's like, during that time, I'm not going to be eating anyways. So my grocery bill is not going to really exist. So I could just transfer the money for that month from the grocery bills to this OptiFast. So it's going to be even Steven. And that's great. So no no skin off my back. Travel accommodations. This will obviously be varied depending on where you live and where your bariatric team is. You're going to have, obviously, your surgery, so it might cost you gas money to get there. Also, if you have to stay overnight because of how far it is, you might want to plan that out by finding a hotel room. Or if you know a friend who lives in the area who's willing to put you up for the night, that's great too. For me, I live about an hour away. I live in Cornwall, Ontario, so that's an hour southeast of Ottawa. I'm going to need to find somebody to bring me there because I don't drive. Obviously, I will pay them for whatever gas they spend. I'm not going to have to stay overnight for any of my visits after surgery. Now, during the surgery, I'm going to be in the hospital for a couple of days trying to recover. But to bring me home, I'll just call up my friend again. They'll bring me home, pay for his gas. We're pretty good there from there. Now, parking, this is for the Ottawa Hospital. It's about $13. I think that's a pretty average price to any hospital. For you people down in the States, I'm not sure what it's going to be. You'll have to find out from the hospitals in your area that's going to be handling your surgery. Next is the protein supplements. That's about $40. So for 3 weeks after the surgery, again, you're just transferring your money from groceries to the protein supplements. $40. That's not a lot for 3 weeks. That's not a lot of money to spend. A lot of people spend hundreds of dollars for 3 weeks. That's a pretty good price. Multivitamins and minerals, that's about $12 a month. Calcium and vitamin D, that'll be about $20 a month. Your vitamin B12, that'll be $14 a month. And your iron will be between $8 and $15. Now, any of the prices that I've given you here is in Canadian prices. So for you people down in the States, it might be more expensive. It might be cheaper. But I'm expecting it to be a little bit cheaper for you guys. With the OptiFast, keep in mind that the price might not be $300. It might actually be more or less, depending on how much your surgeon prescribes to you. He may want you to lose more than 30 pounds. He may want you to lose 50 or 60 because you're a much larger person, or he feels that it could help your health a little bit more. All right, so there you have it. That's a basic rundown of everything you're going to need and how much everything is going to cost. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Wasted Journeys. My name is Brian Landry, and if you enjoyed everything that you've seen here, please like and subscribe to my Wasted Journeys channel. Also, you can visit me on Facebook at Wasted Discoveries. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye now. Well, there you have it. Basically, stop saying basically. All right, there you have it. That's what I wanted to talk about today in this first video of Wasted Journeys. Basically, you're going to stop saying basically, right? No, you're not. No, are you? No, basically. Not basically. You're a douche. All right. Whoa.